For example 1, it says, would you use the different types of theorems or postulates to prove the triangle is congruent? If there's not enough information to prove the triangle is congruent, then you can write not enough information, or NEI. So number 1, I have to see what I can compare here, and it looks like I've got a side that matches up, another side, and a third side. So that would be side, side, side. Here I've got a side, an angle, and another side. But if I look here, this side is not right next to the angle like it is over here. So this one is NEI. It can't be proved. Here I've got a right triangle. So I want to see if I can prove HL, since HL is only in right triangles. So here's my right angle. This is my hypotenuse, and it matches up on each one. I have this leg and this leg. And I see that this small one, they're not congruent. But this longer leg is the exact same length for both triangles because it's reflexive to itself. So I have a hypotenuse, I have a leg, right triangle. This has to be HL. Okay, for letter D, we have a side, an angle, and another side. And it goes side, angle, side. We don't skip anything. The angle is in between or included of the two sides. So this is side, angle, side. Okay, for letter E, we have angle. Here we have a side, but on this one, the side is over here. It's not right next to the angle. So we can't really solve this one. It's NEI. For F, we have an angle that matches up, then our side, and then we have another angle. So this would fit angle, side, angle. For letter G, we have a right triangle. So we would first start with HL and see if that works. So we have our right triangle, that's good. We have a hypotenuse, and then our legs match up as well, so I would call this HL. Letter H, we have another right triangle, so we're going to compare our H, our hypotenuse, and then our leg, and they all match up, so that would be HL again. For letter I, we have angle, side, angle, and that would be the same here. It matches up, so ASA. We have our side, our angle, and another side. If you look here, this is our hypotenuse. It doesn't show congruency, so we can't use HL. So I went, okay, well, we have another side, our angle, and our side. So they all match up, so that would be SAS. For K, angle, side, angle. And then for the last one here, we have angle, angle, side. Okay, for example 2, a little bit harder because in this one you have to look for two things. One, you have to look for your obvious information that's given. Oops. 2, you have to look for what is implied in the image or the picture given to you. Okay, so what's obvious, what's implied. So in A, obviously we have this side and this side. We also have these two sides. Okay, but our third side, right here, since it's reflexive, like touching each other, we know it's automatically congruent to itself. So that's your third side. So this is side, side, side. In part B, we have the right angle. Okay, we have a side, which in this case is your H because it's a hypotenuse. Okay, it's also a side. And then we also have vertical angles that are congruent to each other. So really we can't use HL here because we don't have a leg. So we have an angle, another angle, and a side. So AAS. In letter C, we have an angle, the side reflexive to itself, and then another angle. So ASA. Letter D, we have an angle and a side. But we also have that right there, which is the vertical angles. So we have angle, angle, side. In letter E, we have this angle here that's implied. Okay, vertical angles. So we have side, side, angle. And we can't have that. We're not allowed to have ASS. So this is NEI. It's not possible. In letter F, we have a right angle. So let's try hypotenuse leg. Let's see if it works. So here's our hypotenuse. This isn't a leg, and this is a leg. Okay? This one is the only one congruent to itself because it's given to you. It's reflexive to itself. So we could say that this is HL. Letter G would be side, another side, and then this side reflexive to itself, so side, side, side. Here we have the vertical angles. So side, angle, side, and they match up. Letter I, we're given this one, this side, and we're given an angle. So angle, side, we have nothing else to go on. So this can't be possible. We only have 2 parts. We need at least 3 parts. For letter J, angle, angle, and this right here would be your side. So angle, angle, side. K is actually the same thing as up here in letter C. So we're going to go ahead and just put HL for that one. And then lastly, we have this side reflexive to itself. So angle, angle, side. And that is the last example for day 4.